Have you ever wondered what was happening in the world on a random day, say, 200 years ago? Let's turn back the clock to January 6, 1826, and see what history tells us. Now you might be expecting tales of epic battles, royal coronations, or groundbreaking discoveries. But history isn't always about the blockbusters. Sometimes it's about the quiet, everyday rhythm of life, and that's exactly what we find on this particular Friday. Across Europe, Latin America, and parts of the Middle East, January 6th was a day of celebration. It was Epiphany, a major Christian feast day marking the visit of the Magi to the infant Jesus. So, for millions of people, the day was filled with religious services, family gatherings, and traditional festivities, much like it is today. Life, in its most fundamental cultural sense, was carrying on. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, a former president was busy at his desk. At his home, Monticello, in Virginia, Thomas Jefferson was deep in correspondence. He was writing letters about education, administration, and other personal matters. This wasn't a headline-grabbing event, but it gives us a fascinating glimpse into the daily work of one of America's most influential figures, even in his retirement. The wheels of politics and intellectual life were still turning, letter by letter. But the day was not without its sadness. In England, the scientific community mourned the loss of one of its own. John Ferry Sr., a respected geologist and writer, passed away on this day. Ferry was a key figure in the early 19th century, known for his detailed geological surveys of Britain and his talent for making complex scientific ideas accessible to the public. His work helped lay the foundation for modern geology, and his passing marked the end of an era for many of his peers. So, what didn't happen on January 6, 1826? Well, according to the historical records, there were no major wars declared, no world-changing treaties signed, and no revolutions erupting. It was, by all accounts, a relatively normal day on the world stage. But that's what makes looking back so interesting. It reminds us that history isn't just a highlight reel of major events. It's made up of countless ordinary days, filled with celebration, correspondence, and the quiet contributions of people like John Ferry. Thanks for joining me on this trip back in time. If you found this interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into history. Let me know in the comments what other dates you'd like to explore.